Hold on, you can't hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
There we go. There we go. I'm good. I'm good.
Yep, yep.
I'm good. I'm A1.
A1. What?
Ew. Hey yo, why do people used to do that like on the mic check? Ew. What is
I,
getting what
I
is
don't
that?
know if it was more of a singer
Some
thing.
opera type?
Like, I don't know. I guess I mean, no rapper better not be doing that. That's kind of weird. Use the talking voice with rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, our generation of rap, not the newer ones. They might, real quick. I saw some documentary on Drake years ago, and it was like about a concert he was getting ready to do, and he would go through octave warm-ups, even though he's not like a singer, like an R&B singer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously, he still carries a melody when he raps, and he would like drink water and tea and all that stuff, like for the vocal part of it. I just thought I'm like, okay, well that kind of makes sense, but now everybody sings.
No,
Um,
you
now
know, it's funny you said I heard Future does the same thing.
he might because Future sings on some of his songs. So I mean, and
Yeah.
they sound good, ain't knocking. I mean, I said that kind of jokingly, but I'm like, well, in our era, it really wasn't needed as much. But the current generation, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you might want to make sure you can hold a note for a little bit,
You
you
know
know,
what I mean? Yeah, yeah,
straight up.
Sometimes you gotta hold a note.
You
Tell
got
that
to,
man goodbye.
yeah.
La 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 la
You
la.
got to hold that. Your throat is all cracked up. You're gonna struggle. It don't matter if you're an R&B singer. And I guess you do gotta hold that, Big V.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, definitely.
I'm
Let's
not
pause.
right.
Let's pause. I can get carried away. I let you slide that first time. I let you get away with what you said. It's like your throat be cracked now.
Hey,
I said, I'm gonna let him live, man.
I know the pause police was on the way. So I figured I knew I got about maybe 2, 3 minutes before I got you. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah, yeah. Oh, ladies, this is the Zone Sports Podcast, by the way.
yeah.
Man, I'm one half of the host, your boy Big V. That's my guy Corey. He never telling the same old time story. You know what I mean? My boy. That's my guy right there. You know what I mean? He never dated a floozy too either. But
Never.
I just want to let y'all know that. You know what I mean?
Word up.
You know what I mean? We here, Corey. How has your week been, dude? How has your week been? How has life
Man,
been treating you?
it's just
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to your daughter. I see your daughter on the
yeah,
Facebook page. She
yeah.
growing up so fast, man. Salute.
Man, yeah, real quick. Life is grand. I was actually inspired to do that by my boy Jeff Hodges, one of my best friends right there, when his daughter was around my daughter's age now, which is about 2.
Okay.
He's a Duke fan, so he had her in a Duke cheerleading outfit. And I just thought that was the dopest thing ever. So I went to Amazon and I
Order
found
that thing.
ordered it with the quickness. And the thing was that I had to hurry up and get her in her Tar Heel cheerleading outfit because it was kind of snug. And I knew that if before Daddy has his photo shooting session, I got to get it done like in the next month max.
Yep,
So I
yep.
just went bananas and took like close to like over 100 pictures and just posted a few of them on Facebook. I would cherish that forever. I love
Yes.
it. I might even get the cheerleading outfit framed in my man cave just because it got Tar Heel on it. I love it.
Yes, yes, yes,
So,
yes,
we're
man.
good.
Yes.
Family's good. I love it. What say you, brother?
Man, listen. Um, I've been doing great, man. It's been a great couple of weeks. The kids is finally getting settled into their their roles as far as their roles and routine with school being back in. I'm getting to the middle of not the middle of I'm getting to the tail end of it where I'm getting used to the routine as well and being back and all that. Yeah, everything been good, man. It's been recording new music. Been helping. I got on my tank top. I've been helping wifey around the crib, man. So
Hey.
with some stuff, man, moving and grooving and doing all that today, man. And my washing machine acting up, so we trying to get to the
Oh,
bottom of it right now.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man, other than that, man, everything has been great. Yo, shout out to everybody in the underground music community. I just want to say that. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody invested in themselves. You know what I mean? You got the dream. Keep going and going and going and do what you need to do. Fuck people talking about you too old to do this and that. You're never too old to get to the bag. You know what I mean? You never too old to get to a bag. You're never too old to be happy. Even if it ain't bringing in a significant amount of baggage,
Yeah.
You're doing something that you love to do, and I promise you, you can't put a price on that. Take it from somebody like me.
It's priceless, Big V. It's priceless.
Mhm.
Said that about the rap game.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's kind of like I subscribe to Sirius XM, and my favorite station obviously is the LL Cool J Rock the Bells.
Mm.
But the thing that I love about that station, real quick, without going too long with it, is that I'm like, oh, what is this? And it's like, oh, it's that artist, your old school artist, still putting out new music.
Yes.
Listen to LL Cool J's album the other day, dope album, and it's like there's a market space and a place for that.
And I want to give a real shout out. Man, I'm glad you brought up Sirius. Um, Sirius XM, they have been doing this thing on Shade 45 called the Punchline Academy. I want to give a shout out to some of the artists that's been doing the Punchline Academy. My guy Mickey Burton was good. You know what I mean? You know what it is. Shout out to my dude who I just met when I was out on the road a couple weeks ago. My guy Show Rock. They've been doing the Punchline Academy. Shout out to Full Blast Booking. You know what I mean? They're the reason why I'm familiar with the Punchline Academy.
Mm.
And the guy Show Rock, he made a post the other day, and he was just saying that basically Shade 45 is there for us. They're our radio. You know what I mean?
Mm.
To the underground. We got the Hot 97s and things like that of the world, and all the major stations that play all the all the no, the regular music you normally hear, the industry music and all that commercial
Yeah.
stuff. But he said that basically Shade 45
Mm.
is our radio station. And I like
They
that.
go into the trenches. They go
Yes, yes,
into
yes,
the
yes,
album cuts. They go
yes,
into more of the true inner city street essence
yes, yes.
of hip hop that really is not like watered down or anything and stuff like that. And that's what I love about Sirius. You would think I worked there, but they just got something for everybody. Even if you like the new stuff, they got that.
Yep,
My
yep.
daughter being in the car, I listen to the Heat. That's like a lot of the current music and R&B, but it's edited, so I could listen to a lot of that while she's in the car. It's great, but yeah, I love Shade 45 for that.
Shout out to Shade, man. Shout out to the Punchline Academy once again. Everybody involved in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We got it. We always start off with some man. Listen, music and sports go together. The athletes want to be rappers. The rappers want to be athletes. Some are both. You know what I mean? Shout out to Damian Lillard. You know what I mean?
Word
We know
up.
what time it is.
Dame Dollar.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Shaq. We can't forget the big
Yeah.
dog Shaq. You know what I mean? Legendary Shaq. You know what I'm saying? We can't forget all that. So yo, man. And I used to play ball too, and I rap. So it's kind of intertwined. And you feel me? So you know what I mean? We got to keep the worlds, kind of intertwined. And we told y'all we used to be a rap podcast. We told y'all that. So you know what I
Bingo.
mean? We here now, ladies and gentlemen. Though we're gonna get to some sports, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the great Wojnarowski has retired from the media circuit, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta take out. Look, I gotta take my headphones off and with a salute. You know what I mean? Yes, yes. The great Woj from ESPN, who drops the famous Woj bombs like nobody's business in the sports business. You know what I mean? Who brings you them exclusive trades in the middle of the night? Sometime when you wake
Yeah.
up 3 in the morning, your phone done went off because a blockbuster done dropped.
Yeah.
Woes probably broke that 98% of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your app, your score app, and all these other apps, they got it from Woes before that, you know what I mean, it went live. Best believe that, man.
Mm.
Shout out to Wojnarowski, man. Legend. Can't say, we ain't gotta say much, man. Legend. He is going on, though, to still be involved with sports with his St. Bonaventure. I could be
St. Bonaventure. Yeah, I believe that's his alma mater.
that's his alma mater. He's going on to be the GM over there in the basketball world, from what I hear. Salute. You know what I mean? So salute. He said the last 7 years have been extra great to him. That's what one of his quotes said from what I was reading. And he thanked his mentors and everybody else, his colleagues at ESPN. And he's sending himself off. You know what I mean? This of course, I'm not gonna say it came out of nowhere. It just seems like that to us because we're on the outside looking in. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this was a decision made within his family, within himself, and things like that, man. And yo, what more can we say? Salute. Salute, man. Salute,
Yep.
salute. Dog. You did it. You did it, big dog.
Yeah.
You did it. You did it, man. Salute.
Can I say this?
Of course.
I respect it. I don't like it though. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Look, man, I have become accustomed to the Woj bomb. And it's
Yes.
like, damn, Woj, like, again, I respect it because he's a person who has earned the right to walk off on his own terms. And with college becoming more of a big time business, a GM for college, you don't have that, right? It's just like a lot of that just started this year. If I'm not mistaken, I think in football, I think they have, I think Alabama, or it was one of the SEC schools got like a general manager like you would in the NFL, right? You always have athletic directors. You've always had coaches who kind of acted as a de facto GM, but now you got an official title, GM, and I respect it.
You know what? I hadn't even thought about Corey. This damn, you might be right. Like when I heard it, my mind instantly went to, like you said, program director. Like cause I didn't read GM, I read like in my mind pro athletic AD. That's what I read athletic director in my
General
mind.
manager, like in pro sports.
And this may be innovative, Corey. We may see more of this.
Well, I think so because again, I know it started in college football. Now, I think St. Bonaventure, I think he's obviously doing it from a basketball standpoint.
Right.
So,
course,
and obviously, football drives the bus in college, but basketball is really not too far behind it.
Yeah.
And the next reason that I respect it but don't like it, man, the NBA season get ready to kick off. Like the Woj bombs. Like, who's like, I like that word Woj bomb. Just don't say it on the airplane and you good. It's like, hopefully, I would imagine there's already ESPN already got another NBA insider tap. He is really good. I have a soft spot for insiders because it's a job that's really days off.
Yep.
Doesn't end. It is time intensive. I remember Adam Schefter, the insider for the NFL. I mean, he just talked about how he has to juggle his family with being an NFL insider, whether it's during the season, forget about it. But even during the off season. And what's odd is that, crazy enough, during the off season, you could argue is almost, in the NBA at least, is actually more busy or busier than the regular season. Or whatnot. And so he talked about like, hey man, look, Adam Schefter was like, hey, there are certain days where it's like, yo, my phone is just, it's on, but I'm not responding. I'm not tweeting anything. Like, I got to make time for my wife and my kid, period, point blank, or whatnot. And so I would imagine the same thing with Adrian, where he look, GM, that's not an easy job either. That's time conducive too. Is it more or less than a GM? I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, I can respect it. But God, I wish we could have had like a farewell of just like, yo, this is gonna be my last season doing it, and then do it with that. But someone like Adrian, he does deserve to go out with the bang and to do it on his own terms. I respect it. Damn it, I just don't like it. But salute to Adrian Wojnarowski.
You right, Corey. Because I'm pretty sure his phone goes off.
Oh, ain't enough batteries in his phone, man.
It ain't. Man. Salute. I'm over here just thinking like, who is going to deliver this now? Like, who is going to deliver this news now? Like, what is going to be the slang? Is it always going to be the Woj bomb? It can't be the Woj bomb no more. Or can it? I don't know if something like, I don't even know who developed. I don't know if the fans developed Woj bombs. I don't know if his team did it. I don't know.
No.
But what is it going to be now? It's just going to be. Is it just going to be some news? It can't just be some news.
Word, man. I know. And it's like, so like NFL has their own insider, which you can argue
Yeah.
with Ian Rappaport on the NFL Network.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if there's one for the NBA TV, I am not familiar or I don't know it. I know a lot of times in the NBA, you refer on team insiders. Like
Yeah.
in the NFL, they still have team insiders. Like for my 49ers, it's Matt Miyako. I listen to him about like once a week just to kind
Okay,
of get
okay, okay.
going or whatever. So there's people to choose from, but the ESPNs with Adam Schefter, and it used to be Chris Mortensen, I believe.
It was.
He
It was.
retired or whatnot. So the transition can happen. And I do remember at one point in time, it was Adam Schefter and Chris kind of doing it simultaneously.
Yeah.
Paul, whatever. But with the NBA, I always do for it to be Adrian. So, and you know what's crazy? I don't even remember who was the insider before Adrian. I would have to look that up.
Yeah.
That's just, he hasn't been, relatively speaking, like you said, 7 to 8 years. It don't seem like it's been that long, but I really don't remember who was the insider before. I mean, obviously, I didn't keep with it like that.
Well, he said, he's been doing it for over 30 some years.
Oh, 30. Okay.
But the last 7 has just been so great to him. You know what I mean? So that's just, again, I'm sitting here thinking like, my guy, who was the guy you just said that we were just talking about? Not Woj, but the media.
Adam Schefter.
He don't even have a chef na bomb or whatever. He don't even got no
No!
slang, and he's
Don't get
seasoned.
no more popular than him.
That's what I'm saying, Court. So like, I don't know, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I'm not social media heavy, especially on Twitter or X. But I tell you what, when it's NBA free agency,
Yeah.
I am on Twitter.
Yes.
Adrian Wojnarowski to wait for that next bomb like nobody's business, man. So he's going to be missed.
Dog, I'm over here looking to see if they even have anybody in line thus far yet.
Right.
If I'm pretty sure that would have came across my phone that,
because I do wonder how long ESPN known. Maybe he knows.
Right.
Let him choose to break it because that's what he does.
Right.
So yeah, man. Damn it, man.
Yeah. Corey, this next topic, I don't even know how this came to me. Pause.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I do know how. I was watching It Is What It Is with Cam and May. Shout out to them. Yeah, and at the end, Dion, Cam came on and had Dion on tape showing them, some of the gear he was sending out. And within that gear happened to be some of his signature shoes. And I just thought that was dope. Y'all know, I'm a sneakerhead. I love the Dion's. I just thought that was really dope. So then my mind just got to just going. I was like, how many pairs of white athlete sneakers do I
own? That's a good question.
I really had. I thought it was too. I really had to jog my mind to think about how many pairs of white athlete sneakers do I really own? And all right, so I got a few, boxes here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them right now. Grant Hills, Jason Kidds, Patrick Ewings.
Yeah.
I even got a pair of the Diodore Raekwons. Got my guy, damn, what is your name?
Tomorrow, Ja Morant.
Got my guy Ja Morant. Yeah. I don't think I own any white athlete sneakers. So my mind just got to thinking, like, historically, how many white athletes have had signature shoes? And then my mind got to thinking of why don't more companies have white athlete sneaker signature shoes?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any. We never had any Dirk Nowitzki's.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're right. No
and
John Stockmans. Yeah,
we never had any Tom Brady's.
yeah.
We never had any. You know who does stand out in my mind? The one athlete that I do remember having some fire sneakers. Actually, and I need those sneakers too. Andre Agassi has some fire sneakers.
We got to look those up.
Please
Okay.
do. Andre Agassi has some fire. But that's really kind of where it stops at. I don't remember no Larry Bird sneakers. Even if he did, them cons probably was trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, who else? We don't. Corey, I could sit and go on and on. We didn't even get dog. The guy who probably needed some was no other than my guy White Chocolate.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
White Chocolate needed some sneakers.
yeah.
You
Dude was
feel
cold
me?
that passing game.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! What was his real name? We gotta shout his real name out
Was
for
it
it.
Jason Williams?
Jason Williams. Oh my God! Listen, if y'all don't listen, if you younger don't know who Jason Williams is, go look up on YouTube. Jason Williams, Sacramento Kings, whatever have you.
Yeah.
Just put that in. He was nasty. I, Corey, why do you think that is? That as many great, and I hate to even just sound like this, as many great white athletes that as they are,
Yeah.
do you think that they're offered and then they turn it down? I can't imagine them turning down what for whatever brand it may be. New Balance, Nike, Reebok. I think now our guy for the Lakers, I think he has a signature shoe. The guy, what's his name? Damn, got the bowl cut.
Oh man.
Uh, uh,
Caruso? Not Caruso. Jesus, not Caruso.
yeah. So
Reeves.
I heard he got a signature shoe as of last year. I'm not sure who with, but still, it's still a scarcity in that.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is, man?
I think it's a few things. I think number one is culture based, which feeds into my next point. What I mean by that is that I think this would be a great time to have a white person on the show, by the way. But I could speak. What I can speak to is our love for sneakers. Growing up as a kid, and so marketing companies, they see that.
Right.
Like when you're talking about from really, I started getting into shoes during my middle school years.
Right.
Where I like the shoe, like your outfit, you would get the shoes first.
Of course.
And you build your outfit around the shoes at that time.
Right.
And so marketing companies, i.e. Nike, Reebok, whoever, right? And then you add the hip hop element into it. When you're watching videos as a youngster in middle school, you see that.
Yep.
And so I think someone from marketing of these various shoe companies were like, oh, well, this partially hip hop culture is kind of driving this, which once upon a time, it was, primarily consumed by Black folks. And so they saw the money in that. And then, I mean, obviously you had, Michael Jordan and all that. But during our era, when I say that, I'm primarily mean during the 90s, where it wasn't just Air Jordans. It was like you just said, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing's, Allen out. Like you go on and on.
Right.
Like a semi-hip hop thing.
Okay.
Right? And so being that Vanilla Ice ain't selling no sneakers, but my man MC Search from Third Base ain't selling. He's got going to convince. Again, he ain't about to convince no Black folks. Oh, I saw MC Search.
Yeah.
That's not happening. Eminem maybe, right?
Yeah.
And he got to be one of the greatest rappers of all times, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we good. Yeah. So I do think that it's culture driven. And then the second point is obviously with the marketing. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from. And honestly, I think had the era of the NBA predominantly have kind of been like out now, where like, let's just say hip hop had this, like, let's just say hypothetically, hip hop had its 20-year head start. And then now we're starting to get to the crux of the NBA being at its all-time height in popularity, whatnot. Then maybe, but I just think it's culture driven. And man, I'm telling you, Black folks always cared about them shoes, bro.
Well, of course, but And you probably
What say
right.
you?
You probably right. You probably right. It's hard to argue that point. It's hard to argue that they probably are more they're probably marginalizing us and marginalizing that marketing to us and basically us only. My thing is this, like I I don't know. I could it be deeper than that, pause? I mean, because it's like this,
Could
yo.
be.
Like white kids, they like fashion and sneakers and like getting fly and especially white athletes, they like playing in the signature Kobe shoe or whatever. But to your point, do you really want them new jokers?
And it sounds like we're clowning, but that's a fair question. I'm thinking of it of a mind of a marketing person. I mean, that's a fair point.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing: do we even know if we want them? Because what if they fire? That's the thing. We don't even know. It's like it's almost unfair to even judge that and say, do we want the new Jokers? Because it sounds weird. But what if Nike put out a fire Joker like a fire Kyrie, a fire
Right,
Rodman? Like what if it really be fire? We don't know because the companies haven't even tried it.
right. And and that's the thing, man. It's like I think someone on the a white star player
Yeah,
would kind of even have to even bring it up to like a Nike or whoever, right? And the thing is that shoes are, and you bring up a great point about, okay, if we have jokers, do we want them? Because the shoes are the shoes, but man, the player who it is tied to is almost everything.
you know what? You right. You know
Right?
what? You right, bro. But we got some fire white players though, Corey.
Yes,
We
yes,
got we historically have had fire white players,
right.
but we don't see the new Dan Marleys. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like the new cool coaches.
nah.
Um, uh, uh, the list goes on.
No Paul Gasols, no nothing.
No Pau Gasol, bro. Like we really
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought this was a good, a good question to bring up because it's just something that dawned on me and something that I noticed. Like I don't I'm sitting here now trying to find like I said, as many of players that I can find right now as far as white athletes that have had shoes and I mean the list is just it's slim. It is slim compared to us. I mean, we talking Greek Freak got some, Pippen
Yeah,
has had some, Kyrie has had some, Rodman has had some, Jordan has had some, Magic has had some, uh, David
yeah.
Robinson has had some. But here's one other one that comes to mind now. Our guy uh, our guy that played for the Mavericks, the point guard, he had some. What's white dude?
Oh,
Damn, I'm
jeez.
having a brain fart today.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man, y'all know who we talking about. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm
The
just,
point guard that complains entirely too much. You know
yeah,
who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I hate to even say it like that, but you do. You know what I mean? You do. You know what I mean? So yeah, so maybe we could see it. Maybe now that we're having this conversation, maybe we even,
Doncic.
Luka Doncic. That's it. Um, I know we got another topic here. You know what I'm saying? And and it was supposed to be, what should Tua do? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Tua has just had a another concussion, and it was sad to see. I just want to touch on it real quick because I want to talk about something else before we get up out of here. But it was sad to see that happen, and the thing that really really was crazy about it, the hit didn't even look that like it didn't look that bad. It didn't look like a major hit. It didn't like a big collision, and it was just crazy how the universe works. That it was Donovan, not my bad, not
Damar
Donovan,
Hamlin.
but Damar Hamlin who made the tackle, and Tua caught the concussion. People are calling for him to retire. He said he's going to see what the specialist thinks and go from there. Um, man, I don't know if he should retire or not. I know this is just hard to watch, man. What are your thoughts on it, real quick?
It is. I mean, I think of the date October the 14th, 2022, episode 53 of the Zone podcast, where
Yep,
we recorded on this same exact thing.
yep,
And I actually went back and watched it before today. And basically was talking about the real guy from the movie Concussion that Will Smith
yep,
played and how he should retire. I
yep.
said he should retire. I think you agreed that he should retire. I still feel the same way now. And I think I feel more of that now is because I can understand in the beginning 2 years ago, he was trying to get to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he got it. Now, obviously, that ain't all guaranteed. Let me salute to L. Duncan. She was on First Take the other day and said if Tua was to walk away right now, he would be owed $96 million. 96 million. Now, obviously, that's a far cry from his total contract. I heard someone else, I think I may have heard Adam, speaking of inside, I think I may have heard Adam Schefter said that number could even be higher as maybe up to 115 million. So we're talking about generational wealth once you get to that point. But again, I do understand you've been working your whole life to get to this point. And to say, like, yo, you talking about at his age of 26, he's searching for an identity. And for a lot of these people, especially in their 20s, your job, at least athletes, that is your identity. He's not ready to step in no booth yet. But I still feel like he should retire. I respect whatever decision he does. It kind of brings me to I wonder what's going to happen though, because with the Chris Bosh deal, where he was cleared from his blood clot with Miami Heat back in the day, and no team wouldn't touch him. It's like, yo, man, like this is not going to happen. And keep in mind too, Big V, real quick before we go, is that with that incident with Damar Hamlin when he died on the field and came back to life, that was before that happened. So do you want to be the team? Do you want to be the commissioner? Do you want to be whoever where something happens where he's actually gone and don't wake up this time?
Good point. A lot to think about. A lot to think about, man. Corey, within my spare time this week, I have sat down and turned on the Hulu app. And I gotta say, Corey, I have been meaning to watch this series. If you have not watched this particular series, Corey, I need you to watch it so maybe we can talk about it on the next podcast.
Okay.
Corey, they have a series on Hulu called Clipped, which is the story.
LA Clippers, right?
Yes, it is the
Okay,
story
I have
of
not seen that yet. No.
it is the story of the LA Clippers during the Donald Sterling time.
Yeah.
And man, let me tell you, man,
Okay.
they smoking it. They smoking it. They smoking it. It has been out for some few months now. You can watch all the episodes now. It's about 6 of them. All of them are an hour. I think the same people who did the and I could be wrong, but I think the same people who are behind the Aaron Hernandez doc, which
Yeah,
is
I think
out
they came
now.
on last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that today. Um, I think the people who did that and the people that did the OJ one, I think they may be behind this. I could be wrong. The OJ was phenomenal. A1.
Yes, it was.
And by the way, those are the same people who make the American Horror Story
That's why I know
series
good.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, so man, listen, they are smoking this. I am on episode 3, and let me tell you, Corey, they are smoking this. I mean, it was so much stuff that I didn't know about that I didn't. It was so many different characteristics that they were just showing in the players that I didn't know about.
Mm.
It was so much internal tension that I didn't know about. I didn't know that they hated the players on the Clippers at the time. A lot of them didn't like Chris Paul. A lot of them hated Blake Griffin. You know what I mean? Donald Sterling was treating Blake Griffin like a bitch.
Wow.
Bro, I mean, and again, I don't know if all of these things that are in this story are true,
Right.
But I promise you, when people say based on the true story, 80% of that be true. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's enough.
And it be enough of the small details that you be like, oh man, I didn't know that. Um, man, listen. Elgin Baylor tried to warn Doc Rivers about this. Man, listen, I don't want to spoil it for you, man,
Okay.
but
Okay.
they
I'm gonna
are
check that out.
smoking. They smoke this. This I cannot wait to finish it, y'all. If y'all have Hulu, go watch Clipped. If you love sports, if you remember the racist Donald Sterling and the things
Yeah.
that he was behind saying about us black people and things like that, man, oh man, oh man, man. Listen, they got people playing all different players acting wise in this doc, man. No, in this series. I didn't even call it doc, it's a series. They got people who doing a great job playing DeAndre
Jordan.
Jordan at that who was on the Clippers at that moment. Whoever is playing what's my guy? Matt Barnes.
Matt
He's
Barnes.
smoking that too. They got my guy. Hey, Carolina strikes again. They got my guy. I don't know if you're familiar with the show P Valley.
Oh,
Um,
yes, I am.
Okay, they got my guy Lil Murder from Burlington.
Oh, what?
He's playing Chris Paul. Man, he's smoking it.
Oh, wow.
He is smoking it.
Okay.
He is
Okay.
smoking it. Man,
Okay.
Corey, at one point I busted out laughing because Doc Rivers told Chris Paul that nobody wasn't gonna care about his little State Farm mustache or whatever he said. Dog, I holler so bad, bro. Man, bro, this listen.
Woo.
And by the way, our guy from our era, Al Bundy,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is smoking the role of Donald Sterling. Smoking it.
Wow.
He is smoking it, Corey. Please listen. I
Okay.
gotta whoever put this together. And shout out to Lawrence Fishburne. He's smoking Doc Rivers. He's playing Doc Rivers.
Yes.
He is smoking it. Man, you get to see in real time how I ain't gonna say in real time, but you get to see how they found out in somewhat real time about the Donald Sterling thing. Phenomenal piece of film, man. Please go watch it, Cole. I don't know if you have Hulu, man, but if you do, go watch Clip.
Yeah, I have to check that out. Okay.
Please go watch Clip, man. It was very, very, very dope. Very, very dope. Can't wait to finish it. And
Word.
listen, shout out to everybody that be tuning in to the Zone Sports Podcast each and every time we drop it. Whether you're watching on YouTube, catching the clips on Twitter, IG, whatever you catching it, pause. Continue to support the guys. You know what I mean? Because we appreciate that for real, for real. You
Word
know
up.
what I mean? Yo, Corey, you know how we end this thing, man. You know how we doing it, baby. You know how we end it. You know what I mean? We come in peace, so you know how we got the end, right? With peace.
Hey.